Well, I think this is working. So, I'm new to this, but always wanted to do videos and feel like this is probably a good place to start because um, this is time for me to kind of fix some things in my life. I hit a moment this week where I kind of realized things were not working, and that means my health and my fitness and financial relationship. So, kind of everything coming to a head, and realizing that I needed to take control of my life and figure out how to be better. So, welcome to the first episode of Fixing Bethany's Life. I'll fix this afterwards. All right, so I kind of wanted to get my thoughts down, and I'm going to use video going forward because, number one, it's something I want to work on, being better in front of a camera, feeling more comfortable talking my thoughts. I'm already good at talking my thoughts. I like to talk to people when I'm processing. It's kind of how I work, but it's not necessarily good for other people. So instead of dumping on other people, I'm going to try and dump on video. And the hardest part is that I don't see you. I don't see anybody on the other side of that video screen. So it feels very impersonal. It feels kind of silly. I'm sitting here talking to myself or my dog, or that's my cat right now. So the connection part is hard for me, for sure. But I am going to try because I need a change. And here's what I realized. Sorry, for the first time I'm not going to look at the camera because it's a little disconcerting to see myself on the screen and it just feels weird. So I'm just gonna look over here and talk. But I'll get better at this, I promise. Okay. All right, so here's what happened. I was watching this TED Talk, and I forget the lady's name, Melissa Roy or something like that. And she was addressing the concept of why do we not have what we want. We have all the tools available to us. Internet, books. We can literally have the how-to handed to us on a silver platter of anything we want. We want to, get fit. We know how to do that. We know how to make that happen. You want to eat better? We have a plan to make you eat better. Sure, that may vary according to certain people's ideas of what's healthy eating, but, the point is, whatever you're looking for, you can go out and find a book on it. You can find anything you want, right? You want to start a business? You know how many books are out there on how to start a business? How to be an entrepreneur, how to sell things online, how to produce your own product, how to run a nonprofit, how to start your own Etsy store. I mean, like literally, even after you get there, there's like how many books for dummies are there? How to work with your partners, how to fix problems with your partners, how to, literally start from scratch, anything you want. But the thing that hit me, and the thing that was inspired by what this TED Talk speaker was saying, is that that's not really the problem. It's not, we're not accomplishing these goals because we don't have the tools. We have the tools. We know how to do it. We know what to do, or we can figure out what to do. The problem is something else. I have been struggling for so long with my weight. I'm a CrossFit coach, and I just, I focus on coaching, and I'm not focused on myself. I skip workouts, or I get busy, and the workouts don't happen, and I'm just frustrated. How can I represent something I'm passionate about and not be, representing it in my own self-discipline? And, a couple things really hit me one of them in particular happened a couple months ago when my boss, who hired me to be a coach, asked me one day, he says, "So here's a question for you, Bethany. Why are you not fit?" And God, if I could think fast enough and had a sarcastic answer fast enough, it would have been because I like pizza. Right? Actually, that's the truth. I like pizza. But that's not the full truth. There's another reason why I'm not fit. It has something to do with how I make my choices for myself. So more on that later. I'm, busy going through my life, and I came up with so many excuses in that moment. I was like, I started at a harder point than some people, or, you should have seen me when I started. I never did sports. I never did anything fitness related. So I've come a long way, and I made up all these excuses in my mind for my slow journey and why I'm not at a representative fitness level that's seen in most coaches. I didn't say this to him. It's just this was in my head, right? And I've been thinking about these excuses for months, right? As I continue to go, I'm going to beat it. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be fit. I'm going to get to these workouts. I'm going to get up at 6:30. I'm going to go, and then I'll do it once, and then I won't do it the next time, and then I'll do it another time, and I won't do it the next time or the next time. It's like, ugh. If you asked me how to get fit, I can tell you. I can tell you you've got to be consistent. I can tell you that it's the hours that you put in give you the results. It's a matter of numbers. I know the answer. So, why am I not living it? Right? So then, I'm chugging along with my life, right? Busy life, things happen. And so then I get to this point a couple days ago where I went out to for drinks with a girl that I finished coaching. I had class, and she was the one that showed up, and I ended up working out with her. It was great. I felt good. She felt good. We worked out together because who wants to work out by themselves, right? And we ended up going out for a drink afterwards. So we're chatting, we're getting to know each other. It's a really nice time. We're talking about personal goals, talking about personal things, and she was commenting actually on how happy she was that I was a new coach there, and how excited she was, and that I was really engaged, and she appreciated that, and we got to talking about typical coaches, and expectations, and then I kind of went into this it's been a struggle for me. I was sharing, okay, it's been a struggle for me personally, to coach and not necessarily have achieved my own fitness goals. I'm helping people get better at their goals, and I am also, not quite there on my own. And I just made a joke, because to me, saying I'm fat, it's not a negative thing. It's more of a, it doesn't define me, but I can say I'm fat. I got extra fat, I got 20 or 30% body fat, right? And she was talking about how she needed to eat more because she had 5% body fat, which I don't even know was possible. But anyway, so we were just chatting about different goals in different places, and I made this comment about how I believed that you could be a coach. Being a coach didn't mean that you had to be fit. And maybe I was making excuses for myself or defending myself or whatever. But she said to me when I had said, that's, I'm so fat or whatever, she goes, "No, I don't think you're fat. I am surprised, I guess, because, you do expect coaches to, not have so much padding." Yeah, so I can call myself fat, but it's always different when someone else says to you that that you got padding. I got padding. You know, it just reminded me that I'm not representing the life I'm trying to share. So it's like, you ever met somebody who's like a life counselor, right? And their life's shit? Are you gonna listen to them? What about I mean, this is true all over. People clean houses. Their houses are dirty. Divorce counselors, they got their own divorce 5 times, right? They're like, what? Maybe there's reasons for it. Maybe there's excuses for it. But the reality is you do not give them enough credibility when they can't live the life they're trying to preach. So here's the thing. I'm done. I'm done living a life I can't. Teaching a life that I can't live myself, right? Like, get my shit together, Bethany. There is nothing you can offer without first living it yourself. What am I trying to do? And sure, many people may disagree with that, but the reality is that right here, right now in my life, I want change. I want it for myself, right? I listen to those seminars, where the person's up there saying, you can change your life. You can have anything you want, and I'm going, yeah, I can do that. I can do it. And I sit there and go, why isn't it happening? I'm 33 years old. I have all these dreams, all these ideas, and I'm just not making it happen. Why? Am I not working hard enough? Oh, I'm working hard. I'm busy all day long. In fact, I'm so busy I don't go to the movies. I don't go hang out with friends very often, except for that drink that I had with the girl after work. But I don't really prioritize all these other things because I'm home doing laundry, taking care of my dogs, right? Picking up dog poop and throw up and, doing the dishes and greeting guests because I run a business out of my home. So, I can make a million excuses for everything that takes up my time, right? But this is life. This is my life. So you and me, every single one of us has the power to decide how we want our lives to be lived, right? And I don't want my life to be lived this way. I don't want to continually go to the gym and coach and feel frustrated that I haven't represented the rules and the messages that I'm sharing. Okay? So I've hit this point before. This is nothing new. But what is new is that I think I've figured it out. Yeah, I have the answer. I mean, everybody has the answer for their own life. The reality is you have the solution inside of you. You have the knowledge. At any given point, you can look back in your life and you can go, okay, what did I try? Did it work? No. What did work? How did it work? If that worked, can I apply that to a different spot in my life? Okay? Say you want to get a job, right? I've been in that spot. We've probably all been in that spot, right? How do you get a job? Well, first you gotta, make a list of companies that you want to work for, or maybe start looking online, right? And then writing down the companies that look interesting, or the jobs that look interesting. You take an account of your skills, your assets, right? And then you sit down and you make a plan. I gotta put my resume together. I gotta write a cover letter, right? I've got to actually look up the submission guidelines for these different jobs. And then I got to start doing it. And then maybe you go above and beyond and you're like, I'm going to go to that company and I'm going to knock on the door and I'm going to introduce myself, right? Or maybe you look for a network of friends, right? You make a plan and you specifically figure out what works and you do it. And that's how you get your job. And now you take that and you go, okay, that worked. Can I apply that anywhere else? Sure, but why don't we? Why don't I? Why don't I make a plan when it comes to like my fitness? Did I write down, my goals and say, this is the steps I need to take? Maybe. Maybe I did that. And then there's one more thing. Why didn't it happen? So when you have a job that you're applying for, right? You know that if you don't do those steps, you're not going to get paid. You don't get a paycheck and you can't pay your bills. That's motivation. Motivation is an amazing thing. So you know the steps, right? And then you have motivation. You put the steps, the plan, with the motivation together, and you get results. So what I need to do in any field of my life, figure out the steps, figure out the motivation, the accountability, right? That's the missing piece. Where's my motivation for working out? Do I want a fit body? Yeah, we all do, right? But that's not enough. That's not the motivation, right? I need something more, okay? We all need to find what is more. Problem with just saying, I want to be fit, is that we don't see the step-by-step reward to getting there. It's hard. It's really hard. The key that I've been thinking about, most specifically, is execution of a plan and combining that plan with the right motivation. If I can do this, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my fitness. I'm going to change my health, how I eat. I'm going to change how I live my life in my house, how efficiently I manage my house. Okay? Getting on top of that, getting my dog for walks. I'm fucking failing right now. I'm failing at everything. I'm single. I don't have consistent income. I don't have health. I don't have fitness. These are important areas in my life, and I don't have them. I'm fucking failing at them. And that's going to change right now. Because I'm going to start making a plan. And I'm going to ask myself some serious questions about how I achieve those things. Just as if I was going to go for a job. And I was going to have to do step A, B, and C in order to be accountable, in order to submit those resumes to companies, in order to get heard, in order to get the feedback I need, in order to be a better person, in order to get the job, in order to get paid, in order to pay my bills, right? I'm going to apply this to every area, okay? And in a minute, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do that. First, I'm going to go to the bathroom.